Hi, welcome to the presentation of my creating project for EDU 709. For my first lesson, I chose Introducing a Learning Management System for Students. The rationale for this project is my belief that it is crucial to develop the technological skills of our students in a meaningful and applicable way in order to enhance the curricular content and develop higher order thinking skills. So the focus of my project would be to have students access assignments through a learning management system to help those students develop the organizational and technical skills that are required to navigate an online system. These skills should be or will be helpful in college and potentially within the workforce. Okay, the description of my project. This introductory lesson will be implemented in a computer lab at the school to allow me to manage questions or technical issues the students may have. Students will log into their class on Schoology using the code that is provided by the teacher. I will be in the front and demonstrating using the LCD projector all these basic functions so the students can follow along and see what's happening. So after the students log in, this is what they will see. Sorry about that. This is the first screen that they will see. This is a blending. This will be a blended unit where the students will have received some of their instruction in the classroom. As I direct the students into lesson 1, you'll see that I have a screencast video embedded here for students who need to review the previous instruction or who had been absent or whatever. Students will follow the directions as listed here. They are directed to keep accessing folders. This has a couple of videos to give them information about the caucus section, the caucuses within the campaign, I guess you could say. Sorry, I went back too far. Students are then directed to a discussion board. While I am demonstrating, I will post a comment and students will all be asked to comment so that we can all watch that happen during the demonstration. And then as they go back at the very end, they will be asked to answer some pretty simple questions. I've logged into this a couple times, so it's not going to let me right now because I'm actually in the student mode instead of in the teacher mode, which I don't usually use. Okay. So as you can see, we went to the computer lab. I will be teaching the students how to log in, retrieve, turn in assignments, post on the discussion board, access online videos, and take the online quiz. This is a very simple lesson on purpose. It is an introductory assignment. It is intentionally simple so that the students can just get used to using the LMS. What are some of the skills and the technology used? Students will essentially need basic computer skills, and at this point, use of the mouse, logging into a computer, getting onto the internet will be the majority of what they need. For the teacher, on the other hand, a clear understanding of how to use the LMS, how to embed lessons, how to insert, upload content, and be able to troubleshoot problems for students is a very important aspect of the skills that they will need. What are the advantages of this project? Well, is learning how to use a learning management system, which is very likely to help students in the future with either their high school courses, and certainly if they move on to college, and potentially even in the workforce. I believe that the LMS will have increased student engagement, increased student motivation, and the online discussions are a great way to get students engaged. I believe that more students will engage in the classroom discussion than in a traditional classroom setting because the online format allows for a feeling of comfort and a safety aspect so that they are comfortable speaking out. Disadvantages would be if you had students that had already been using Schoology, and this very basic introductory lesson might be a little too remedial for them. Transfer. Could this project be adapted for any other subject matter? I believe so. I think it could be adapted for any content and any grade level. There might be some minor tweaking necessary, but I think the basics of this lesson could easily be used by another professional. My second lesson was having students create a graphic organizer. The rationale behind this is it takes the student learning to the next level with a tool that they're already familiar with. Students have been potentially using graphic organizers, teacher-created graphic organizers in classes since elementary school. Moving that to the level of creation changes the level of thinking, and they also will learn a new technological tool in order to facilitate the process. The lesson is designed as a blended learning to be used in a blended learning environment where some material has already been presented in class. I will model the use of two simple online graphic organizer software options in the computer lab while the students are also at their computers experimenting with what it is I'm trying to show them. And there will be some time allowed for student familiarity on a variety of websites, although I teach high school students, so that will happen after. Then students will be directed to log in to their Schoology account, and as you can see, they will be directed to the general election folder. I could go show you that here within the election folder there is the primary election lesson that we already did, and then the general election folder, which is here. Within that, again, a screencast to the lecture that had been and the information that had been presented in class, as well as another screencast explaining the use of ballots and things like that. A reminder about appropriate online behavior, and then this is the actual assignment, if you will. Inside that folder, there are a variety of resources that support the student. Within the actual assignment, there are examples provided. As you scroll down, these are some of the free options that I recommend students might want to use. For this lesson, we will be in the computer lab for a minimum of 2 days. I'm anticipating 3 days. I like the lab setting so that students who can navigate the creating websites easily can begin work and are not held back by students who need more help. If I have a lot of students who need help, I have access to the LCD projector and can go back through the steps of using the graphic organizer technology with those groups. Did I click the right thing? Apparently I did not. How did I get there? Sorry, a little technical difficulty. We're back where we should be. What resources are involved? Obviously, you'll need computers with access to the internet. The students will need a Schoology account, and they will need to be able to access the free graphic organizer sites. Prior knowledge. The teacher will have to have very solid working knowledge of the learning management system and the graphic organizing site so that they can troubleshoot for the students. Students, basic computer skills, navigation of the learning management system, and an understanding of the content required for the required to create the graphic organizer. Those things should have been in place previous to this lesson, although in the learning management system there are links to things that would help them if they needed additional help with the required information to complete the assignment. What are the advantages and disadvantages? The advantages. Well, we are adding online tools to the student's toolbox by using the learning about the various graphic organizer tools that are online. It provides critical analysis of the content. I like the higher order thinking skills that are involved in the creation of the graphic organizer rather than just putting information into a pre-made graphic organizer. It's very student directed. Students have choice about what their project looks like, the information that goes into their project, the way that they organize that information, and it challenges learners on all levels. Students who struggle can make a very simple graphic organizer, where students who want to be challenged can take all of that a step further, and I think that is a great way to allow students to challenge themselves. The primary disadvantage that I can see would be students with very limited computer skills may struggle using the online tools and therefore lose focus on the content, which is really the point of the lesson. The teaching strategies involved in this lesson, obviously teacher modeling and demonstration. There is a mega-cognitive skill development. Some of those skills would be self-directed learning, organizing the information, self-reflection, and the act of creating is on the highest level of Bloom's digital taxonomy, and it also includes the act of engagement. Do I think this unit would be able to be transferred to other content areas and other subject matters? Certainly. Obviously, the content required to create the graphic organizer would change, but the basic instruction and application would be similar regardless. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my creating project and have a good day.